Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Gayest to Greatest Secret Tavern this side of Limsa Laminsa, the Queer Buccaneer. I'm your host of the emotional star behind the bar, Captain Eden Jackson, and welcome, everybody. This is usually when we do a spin the wheel and pick a guy and make a logo for that guy. I'm not explaining that very well, but y'all know what it is. But I wanted to do something a little bit different, given it is the start of the year. And that means I get to do whatever the fuck I want. What do you mean it's halfway through January? Shut the fuck up. Every year, Pantone, and we all hate Pantone. I'll get into why we all hate Pantone later on in the stream. Every year, Pantone does this thing where they give the upcoming year a color. They call it the color of the year. They don't give a color to what has just happened, because otherwise it would just be a shade of gray or poop my butt brown. They give a color to the year to come as sort of like, I don't know, giving it a mood, giving it a vibe, whatever. I'm going to put them all in a tier list, because what is the most internet thing to do with a collection of things? It is to put them in a tier list, right? And I feel like we can do this in a couple of ways. We can go based entirely on vibes. I can just go, okay, I don't like this shade of green. This is going in detail or whatever. Or I can do like, I've got like a major world events for that year. We can look through and go, does the Bush Gore election result paint this shade of blue? Which is going to be, I'm going to be honest, a lot more morose of a stream. Because we have to look back at major world events, but some of them might be good. Like, I don't know, the 2012 Olympics. People say that was a good thing. But yeah, also, again, joining me silently on the sofa next to me is Zach playing what I can only describe as a stupidly hard Japanese RPG for the Xbox 360. He had a fight against two guys, like the first two guys in the game. They had 200 HP each. He was doing 3 damage and they were doing 40 damage to him. That was insane. It took him hours and he had to trap one of them on a chair to get the fucking fight. That's stupid. Is that what we were doing with each other? That what we were doing with games and calling it fun? Insanity. How are you all doing? Are you all having a good day? I am. I'll be honest. I've not done a whole lot today, which is nice. Absolutely incredible war game. The game's called Infinite Undiscovery. I've never heard of it. It's got like 3 Reddit threads of people talking about it, and 1 Game FAQs forum thread from 17 years ago when it came out. Zach's the only person that I've ever heard of in person that knows this game. And I don't know anything that the developers have done, because it's published by Square Enix, but I don't think it's developed by them.
It's Triace.
Triace. If you're familiar with Triace's games,
I know they have. I've heard of them before, not from this, so I know that they do other stuff. I just don't know what that is.
And yeah, it's like he's playing on the top difficulty, Infinity, and it's insane. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. Shall we do something that is also ridiculous and difficult? Yes, I'm talking about the Minute Cryptic. We cannot start a stream without doing the Minute Cryptic, unless it's Wrestling a Silly stream, because I've decided that they don't do Minute Cryptics over there. But today's Minute Cryptic clue is: original big bad wolf is foremost huffing and puffing creature. Okay. I mean, it's a nice sentence. He is the foremost huffing and puffing creature. He does huff and puff. Okay. So original big makes you think B. The B. You take the B, which is the first letter of big, right? And then at the same thing at the end, foremost huffing and puffing is that H, A, and P. And then we've got wolf, but bad means we're supposed to anagram all of this, right? Yes? No, that doesn't make sense, because that doesn't spell anything. We've got blow in there, but then it's blow faff. We've got blow and then fap. But blow fap isn't anything. Um, so we got, okay, original bad, B. Original big, B. Bad wolf. Wolf anagrammed up, so I'm just going to put wolf in there. Foremost huffing and puffing. Because creature sounds like it's, like, it feels like it's trying to get me to get to an animal. So, like, I could, if we anagram, like, blowfish is there, which is an animal, which is a creature. I don't know how you get ISH from foremost huffing and puffing. Unless it's like, no, I don't know how you get that, but I'm gonna hit that anyway. So it is blowfish. I'm gonna listen to the explanation from the guy because I don't know how we're supposed to get that at all. Talk to me, guy. Yeah, I know what the clue is. And he's gonna say it's really easy and cute and clever. Yeah, see, there we go. See, I just shared it with y'all. Are you slightly curious? I want you to care about the Minute Cryptic as much as I do, which is why I showed you this video. Is it straightforward? Shut up. You do this every day. This is your job. Of course you think it's straightforward, dickhead. Okay, so the definition was puffing creature. That makes sense. So original big. Okay, we got that. We got that one. That one was easy, right? Bad wolf. Okay, we got that. Oh, I just got it. I just got it. Is you just put the I in the S from is and then foremost huffing is H at the end. God, that's silly. Oh, that's silly, but I kind of dig it. Right. Right. Now that we've got that out of the way, now that I'm feeling a little bit stupid, let's go to our main event, which is this thing. So I went and built a tier list because I could have used Tier Maker, but why would I do that when I can just, make my own tier list? Because that's what normal people do, right? That's a normal person thing to do. So I've assembled all of the Pantone colors of the year, all the way from 2000 to 2026, because they give the color in advance. But the thing is, if I go over to here, I went to their website. To, because they do justifications. They do justifications of all these colors, going as far back as 2013. 2010, sorry. So I can only see their justification as far as 2010. So we're kind of just playing fucking Calvin Ball until then. So I don't really know. Again, we're just gonna play it on. I think we're just gonna play it on vibes. Let's just fucking play it on vibes. So this was their color of the year for the year 2000, the millennium, the future. The millennium bug did not kill any of us because some guys worked really hard. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're looking at colors today. So this was color of the year for the year 2000. Off the bat, purely on vibes, I quite like this color. Gentle little shade of blue. Give me a one-word review. What do you think of this color? Neat. It's a neat color according to Zach. I kind of dig it. I think it's like it's Mewtwo's there too. Yeah, Mewtwo is in Cerulean City. Like, none of the rest of these colors have Mewtwo's in them. There's Fuchsia, but Mewtwo's not in Fuchsia City, so that's not important. So like, I'm already like tempted to give this like an A tier based purely on the color itself. But there's no Misty. Yeah. Fuchsia has Koga, and Koga isn't nearly as cool as a Misty. So I like based purely on vibes. I can only give this an A tier. But does it match the year 2000? Is the year 2000 a cerulean year? Let's have a look. Because I went to timeline of major events for the year 2000. That's it. I've done some fucking research. I've got some websites for this. Turn of the millennium. That's good. That's a good color. But I would associate it with like warm colors, like fireworks kind of deal, golds, reds, kind of, this kind of shit. The Pyrenean ibex goes extinct. That's not a good thing. That does make me feel blue. Bang. We're on the money. Sony launches the PS2. Great news. One of the best consoles of all time, and very blue. Black with the blue stand. And when I was a child, I had a blue PS2 that was kind of this color. It did say it was aqua, but it was kind of this color. So maybe we're onto the money here. The .com bubble bursts. Not great news. Well, really great news because rich people lost a lot of money. So maybe it should happen again. The I Love You computer virus spreads around the world. Now, I would say that the I Love You virus is more of a pink or a purple, because purple is purples and greens are virusy colors, and I Love You is a pink color, obviously. Vladimir Putin elected president of Russia. Again, this makes me feel blue. I don't like that picture. There's a lot of blue in that picture, though. Euro 2000 is hosted by Belgium and the Netherlands. Neither of those two have blue in their flags, I don't think. The Netherlands, to me, is an orange country. It's just orange. Maybe because their football kit is just all orange. But opening of the Øresund Bridge, which connects Denmark and Sweden. That's neat. That's engineering. Silver kind of color to me, right? Fast track landform begins in Zimbabwe. Concorde crashes in France. We're not going to talk about that one. Sinking of the Kursk submarine. A lot of shit happened in the year 2000. I was like 6 years old, so I didn't know none of this happened. Like all of this stuff, and Bush v. Gore. Okay. I didn't think this streamed through very well. I'm going to be honest with you, because I don't have a lot of insights about the global news from when I was 6 years old. So I'm going to say, because I like the color and because the PS2 came out in the year 2000 and I had a blue PS2, I think it matches. So I'm going to go A tier. Flawless logic. I know. Neil, that's one way to describe the streams. Thank you for coming. 2001. 2001, when we had 0 Space Odysseys, I must say, gave us Fuchsia Rose, which again, I kind of like. I actually really like this color. This is a gorgeous color to me. It's a really warm and inviting and gentle kind of. Yeah, now we get to Fuchsia City. It's a really warm, gentle, inviting color. It's friendly. It's gentle. Is it 2001 though? I don't know. This is probably not going to be a good bit that will probably drop pretty soon. But Wikipedia is launched, and now Wikipedia is a sterile white or grey. I don't care about George Bush. Earthquakes. Come on, give me some good news. Near Shoemaker. Oh, what is it? No, give me good news. Did anything good happen in 2001? Yes. The Netherlands becomes the first country to legalize same-sex marriage. That is pink ass news. That is some pink news, right? We've had some real bad news, but then we've got some real pink news. So I think so far this is good. This is a fuchsia rose ass color. Right? This is a fuchsia rose ass news story. World's first space tourist. I hope he got lost. Windows XP. It's terrible things happened. but I quite like the color. I really like the color, actually. The more I look at it, the more I like this color. Zach, one word review of this color. Good, says Zach. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I think it only being 2001 is I would like it to be higher than 2001. I would like it to be a better year than 2001. But for the year that the first country legalized same-sex marriage, I think having a pink works. So I'm gonna put the pink in S tier because you're not the boss. You're not the boss of me. I don't need to justify myself to anyone. I'm putting the pink. The pink's going in S tier. It's a different size. Why is it a different size? Why are you doing this? There we go. The pink is in the S tier. 2001, exactly. No Space Odysseys. Okay, 2002 got true red now. Not that I'm biased in any such way, but this is probably going to end up in S tier. The first country doing it in 2001 is too recent. That is true.
Kaboom!
Woo! Thank you for the raid. 55 people. Welcome. How are you all doing? Welcome to the bar. There is so many emotes, so many things flying down the screen right now. Hello to everyone. Madam Ace, Rue, Changeling Wizard, Logjam, Madam Ace again. Byron Spring Hill, Ragthen, It's Just and Thanks, Dizzy Stargazers, hello, Byron Spring Hill, Luda, Neko Hime, Ninja Starship. Welcome everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to the bar. My name is Captain Eden Jackson. I am a retired pirate turned bar owner. This is the Queer Buccaneer, the gayest and greatest secret tavern this side of Limsa Laminsa. And today, we're ranking colors. Every year, Pantone does a thing where they give the next year a color, and we're telling you how good those colors are going to be. If you'd like to order yourself a drink, please feel free. You can order a random drink, or you can order a specific drink. Type ! menu to grab yourself the menu. Teals in S tier. If there is a teal, don't worry, it will go in the S tier. I will not. But most importantly, the red. It's true red, the truest of reds. So that's got to go. That's got to go up there. You know. I will get a hydrate just as soon as I'm done whacking this up here. But what are you giggling at?
Nothing.
I'm being giggled at from my silent stream partner Zach over there. The Smart Stout has been one of the new drinks. The Smart Stout. We love to see it. Right. Can we find a red piece of news that happened in 2002 to justify this S tier? The Euro. That's not red news. Apple. Okay, that. I'm gonna say that's a sexy ass computer, right? Thank you for the gigantic titties concourse. That's a sexy ass computer. I kind of dig. That's the most 2002 ass computer I've ever seen. Apples are red. That's true. A volcano erupted. That looks pretty red. I mean, I'd like some happier news. Ending of a civil war. That's good. That we love that. 2002 Winter Olympics. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. We're getting ever closer to our 1200 goal. We are, what is it, 1029? We're getting there. SpaceX, that's terrible news. The world's first, he's wearing a red shirt. Can I count that? I don't think I can count that. 2002 World Cup, that's very red. Where was that? South Korea and Japan, those are both very red colors. I think he is wearing a lovely red shirt. I don't know who he is. Is he the cyborg? Is he the first cyborg? He's not he's the professor who did the cyborging. The dwarf planet Kyo. That's what I'm going to call that planet. Switzerland joins the United Nations. No, there's no red in their flag. Roombas. Are Roombas red in like in like vibes. Are Roombas red in vibes? I don't care if they're actually red, but are their vibes red? I don't think their vibes are red. Stop showing me Putin. Stop showing me SARS. This is terrible. I just wanted to have good news. Why are you just serving me shit? I'm putting it in S tier anyway. Fuck you. This next. So where are we now? Where are we now? We are in 2003. 2003. Aqua Sky. Rude, does this count as a teal or not? Do Roombas have red auras? That's what I'm saying. 2001 was Fuchsia Rose up in S tier. A really lovely color. A truly lovely color. Yeah, the correct answer is no, it's aqua. So that means I'm not obliged to just put this in S tier, which is good. Do Roombas dream of Pantone red? So this does lack punch. This is just a little bit middling. It's a little bit muddy. It's a little bit grey. It's a little. If this was like the color of your brand, I would say, what are you afraid of? All you got, if you want the blue bonk, all you got to do is type blue bonk. Let me grab it for you. Blue bonk. No, I gotta spell it right. I gotta spell it right, or it won't give me shit. Blue bonk, please. No, don't pin my mistakes. Terrible. Give me that. There we go. That's your blue bonk. So 2003 was the Iraq War, of course, which is a horrible grey incident on a horrible. But this is like, there's a good teal I can see in the room. Yeah, there is over in the late 2000s, I think. The iTunes and the iPod. Okay, those are very like white, very like, because they weren't. I will pen whatever. That's so rude. My mods continue to hate me. This is. I'm not a huge fan of this color. It's bold. It's not bold. It's not punchy. It doesn't have much of a personality. I kind of want to like C tier it because it's only fine, and we've been very generous so far. Can we find a news event in 2003 that matches the boring gray blue? I mean, the Space Shuttle Columbia, Invasion of Iraq, those are the two big ones. Human Genome Project is completed. That's really good news. I would have given that a brighter color, you know? A bright green. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the most sad gray blue. Like, that LinkedIn is the most sad gray blue aura you could possibly have, right? It's like physically, actually, it's a different blue. But we're talking about the vibes. We're talking about the aura. And that is the aura of a boring LinkedIn wanker. I should know I have to interact with them on a daily basis. That is the color of their aura. They are not aura farming. Their soil is aura salted. They cannot be aura farming. Nothing grows on their aura farms. Next up, 2004. There's a great quote from a bit about annual color trends. How they might reflect. Does the color fuchsia herald war? I don't think that it does. The color fuchsia does not herald war. 2004 gave us Tiger Lily. Eden, have I told you lately that I love you? Oh, thank you so much. I don't think you have, and everyone should tell me more often because I have a fragile sense of self-confidence and everyone needs to be nice to me. Don't you start over there.
I'm not going to say a word.
Yeah, but you're thinking it.
You can't tell me what to think.
You're hearing this, you're hearing this, what I have to put it with. So Tiger Lily, I quite like this color. Like I kind of want to put it in, like part of me wants to put it in C tier because it is basically the color of C tier, but I don't know if that's a good. That's not a good enough. It's not a good enough like grade for it because it's a very good color. Like it's a baseline B, I think. I actually, I might bump Cerulean down and put Tiger Lily up in. Yeah, I'm gonna bump Cerulean down. Cerulean can fuck off into B tier because it's boring. It's not punchy. Mewtwo's not even there. And Tiger Lily is gonna be our A tier because Cerulean not a good one. Can we find a news story with that vibe? Also, this is supposed to be Chill Hop, man. This isn't Chill Hop. What? This has got like lyrics and everything. This is not good. Give me Chill Hop with no words, please. Terrible news. 2004. I need something with a Tiger Lily aura, please. Emergence of Web 2.0, not exactly what I was after. An airline crashing, that's a good. Mars exploration. Mars is a red planet. This is kind of the color of this sand. We're working on it. And it does crash into the Red Sea. So maybe that does match. Maybe that's our Tiger Lily ass news story. I don't like that because the vibes aren't right. But factually, it does say Red Sea. RMS, big boat, not stuck, don't care. The world's first 1 gigabyte SD card. That is pretty fucking big. I'm gonna be real with you. That's pretty big. Facebook, no. The Facebook vibes advanced. That's what I said. Hubble Ultra Deep Field. We can see a lot of stars now. Is that a Tiger Lily vibe? Maybe. Almost as big as my anime plots. Exactly. The discovery of Sedna. What the fuck is a Sedna? Oh, it's another planet. I see. Expansion of is NATO a Tiger Lily? No. Enlargement of the EU. They've taken EU enlargement pills. Sedna is Sedna a moon? It looks like a planet to me. It's orbiting around the sun. That's what a planet is. A celestial body. We'll agree on celestial body. Massachusetts legalized a same-sex marriage. That's Tiger Lily coded, right? That sounds about right. Like there's somewhat fruity about this color, right? There's somewhat fruity about that. So I'm giving it. I'm calling it. That is your Tiger Lily news story for the year. Massachusetts legalized a same-sex marriage. Common Massachusetts dub. 2001, 2005. We have a blue turquoise for 2005. Let's talk about 2005. There is something fruity about Tiger Lily. Mostly the name Tiger Lily, this is a very Rue color. So I'm not going to be impacted at all by the fact that you brought a large amount of people to my stream. Although I will be influencing that. If you want me to put it in S tier, I will. I don't hate the color. It's a pretty good color. It's definitely an upgrade on the blues we've seen so far, but it could stand to be a bit poppier. I'm a fan of turquoise, generally speaking. Can I get a 1-word review? Good. I'm getting the same 1 word over and over again. I don't think Zach cares.
I think I said neat first time.
You did say neat and then good twice.
Yeah. Well, look. Okay. You're asking for 1 word. What do you expect from me? Okay.
Nuance. So it is a little less punchy than I'd like. They're cowards. What I'm saying, Pantone cowards. We'll see once we get to the very end why exactly they are cowards, because they've gotten more cowardly over time. But they won't choose something with punch. They won't choose something with oomph. They used to with True Red and Fuchsia Rose and Tiger Lily, but they are cowards. They also think they own colors and can just say, no, you're not allowed to use colors anymore, which is an absolute wanker thing to say. I'm putting this in A tier. But first, we've got to find our 2004. We've got to find a 2004 blue turquoise news story. 2005. 2005. I forgot how to talk for a moment there. Dwarf Planet Eris, is that? That's not a turquoise coded story. That's definitely not a turquoise coded story. Look, that's got its own color palette right there. Iraqi parliamentary. Anybody know anything about mid 2000s Iraqi politics? No? So we'll move on. Google Maps. Okay, now the majority of the map is like ocean. So maybe that's our turquoise color. Maybe. I'm forgetting words out that I've had to be. I just tripping up all over my words today. The Kyoto Protocol. YouTube is launched now. YouTube is definitely a red website, right? Because it's bad and a mistake. Airbus again, because we're getting a lot of water, a lot of sky. Intel Pentium D. You gotta love getting the D. You know. Reddit bad, a horrible place nobody should go to. Spain legalized same-sex marriage. We'll have to see it. So I think we've got a lot of sky colors, a lot of sky news, a lot of water news. I'm gonna whack that in B tier. B tier for blue turquoise. YouTube and Reddit are both red. Speaking of being cowards, their 2006 color is sand dollar. They chose beige. 2006 they predicted was going to be a color. Like, why not even? You didn't even fucking try. You didn't even try. Give me something. You just give me something. It's the color of Pluto. Is it the color of Pluto? I don't think this isn't a color. This is just. Okay, 2006. Give me a 2006 ass news story that I can say, crude oil production is reaching a plateau. Twitter. Okay. This is our beige news story. Twitter. That is a beige ass. At least it is cream. Okay, I'll give it cream. Oh, what a couple of news stories. What a three-peat. North Korean nukes, no more black rhinos, Saddam Hussein is dead. Like 2000, and that's all they've got. Jesus fucking Christ. That, you know what? They kind of nailed it. 2006 was a beige year. So I've got to give him points. C. Because yes, it's a shitty color, but they were kind of on the money. 2007. Chili pepper. I gotta admit, I really like this tone again. It's like red, but there's something a bit gay about it. It's like a bisexual red, which I'm always a big fan of. Red and bisexuals. It's got a little bit of relaxation, but it's also got a little bit of spice. Very good. This is an S tier color. I'm not even going to ask Zach for his one-word review because it's going to be good because it's a good color.
It wasn't going to be good, actually.
What is it?
That's a sexy red.
Sexy red. You said it was a sexy red. Ruth said it was an Eden color. What? I mean.
Yeah. I mean that tracks.
I'm not going to argue with either of those opinions. In fact, I'm going to take both of those opinions on as true. It's like this is an S tier, but can we find some 2007 news that is chili pepper colored in its vibe? Good lipstick color, velvety satin vibes. Yeah, it is. I think I might have lipstick in this color actually. 2007. What is the chili pepper red? It's not global economic turn down. It's not Nicholas Sarkozy. It's definitely not Gordon Brown. The iPhone? No, we can do better than that. We can definitely do better. Wow, this was a real bummer year. Holy shit. Street View though. Google Street View though. Shit, nothing good happened in 2007. Holy balls. But I'm keeping this in S tier because this is a sexy color. Next up, 2008. 2008 gave us Blue Iris. Now, apples the fruit are red, but Apple the company is decidedly not red. It's decidedly silver. Blue Iris. Okay, Blue Iris. Does this color say housing crisis to you? Does this color say double dip recession to you? The answer is no. But it's quite a nice color. It's not a bad color. It's not an S tier color. Now this is just predicting the US pendulum swing. That is true. 2005, Doctor Who was rebooted. What color was 2005? 2005 was blue turquoise. Okay, blue turquoise is not a very Doctor Who color because it's not the color of the TARDIS, and the space vortex is definitely the time vortex is definitely reds and oranges, or at least it very much was in the Christopher Eccleston years. So Blue Iris, predicting the US election, maybe. I quite like the color. I would say this is maybe like, is it an A or a B? Is it an A or a B? Zach, is this an A or a B?
B. It's not
B.
Don't get me wrong, I like it. It's a nice blue, but it's not.
But it's only a B.
Yeah. It kind of looks like it wants to be purple.
Yeah, it definitely wants to be purple, but it can't commit.
Yeah, baby girl, you can be purple.
Yeah, you can be purple if you want to be purple.
Yeah.
Now let's find our Blue Iris news story of 2008. The easy one is, of course, Dmitry Medvedev elected as president of Russia. Obviously, the easy one is like the election, which isn't even here. The election isn't apparently big enough news. Wasn't 2008 when Obama got in? When Obama got in? Like,
maybe that counts.
Maybe they'll count that 2009 because that was when he got sworn in. Yeah.
Isn't Democrats blue as well? So
Democrats is blue, yeah.
So it
would have worked. It would have worked.
Well,
Obama.
He was elected in 2008.
He won the election in 2008, but he wasn't sworn in until 2009. Yeah. So I'm going to ignore this website and say Obama is our Blue Iris news story.
Yeah.
2009 gave us the Mimosa, or as we call it here in this country, the Bucks Fizz. And it has a very different reputation in this group. Mimosa in America is a drink drank by like posh women in their 40s at brunch. You get drunk at 11 o'clock on mimosas. Bucks Fizz, exactly the same recipe. Only ever drank Christmas Day, New Year's Eve. That is the only time that Bucks Fizz is drunk. It is a December celebratory drink. You would never, if you asked for a Bucks Fizz at a bar at any time outside of the last 2 weeks of the year, you would be looked at like a crazy person. Yeah, empty stomach before breakfast, Bucks Fizz on Christmas morning. That is the only time we drink them.
Yeah.
And then you start your day slightly drunk, and the goal is to maintain that all day.
Yeah.
So you've got to drink enough that you get over big Christmas breakfast and big Christmas dinner. You just got to keep drinking. You start off with the Bucks Fizzes, and you can't get too drunk because you are around your family until it gets dark, and then you get wankered. But you maintain a healthy drunkenness, and then you go. But how is this color? How now that I've told you how to properly get drunk on Christmas Day, which was of course that was the question you all asked, right? Everyone was really interested on my thoughts on how to get drunk on Christmas Day. It's a decent color. Can I get a one-word review? It's not dissimilar to the Emmental cheese that you're currently eating.
It is a good color for cheese.
It's a good color if it were cheese. It is a good color if it were cheese. but it's not cheese. I think I'm gonna put it at C tier, you know. But I also, yeah, I think it fits. I think I like it as much as I like these two, you know. It's giving champagne. So okay, so what is our? It's giving champagne gold, but that's because it's mimosa, which is a champagne drink. What is our 2009? Yeah, this is an accent color, not your standalone color. Kona has got it. Kona's on the money. What is our 2009? Okay, there's Obama. So this could be our celebration news story. Obama becomes president. And major breakthrough in cancer research. Another big celebration. Mice. Y'all like mice genomes? I don't really know what fully sequencing a genome means. I'm stupid.
I think it's that we know every part of it.
We know how to write one if we were asked.
Yeah.
New plastics without use of fossil fuel. Okay, water on the moon. Okay, these are very much celebratory news stories. Mind control headsets enter the video game market in 2009. They clearly left shortly after. Because I've never seen a mind control headset in the video game market.
Is that like one of those things? Do you remember there was those cat ears that used to be over?
Oh, do you guys remember those? There was cat ears with like sensors on your forehead, and if you like thought harder, the ears would pop up, and if you thought even harder, they would wiggle. And then there was that game. Do you remember the game Mind Flex? You put on one of these things, and it gave you telekinetic powers. And what that meant was, if you thought hard enough, a fan would blow a ping pong ball higher, and you thought less and it blew it less high, and you had to get it through an obstacle course. That's all of that. Mind Flex is as far as mind control headsets got into the video game market. That one product, 3D scanning, tallest man-made structure in history. This is a very celebratory year. So I think the mimosa, I think it might get boosted to B tier just because there was a lot of like good things happening in 2009 apparently, according to that one website.
It was a very good year.
It was a very good year. Anything happened personally for you in 2009? I was 15, I think.
Yeah.
So honestly, no, nothing good happened to me in that year. They did forget to mention graphene in 04. Right. Turquoise. Now I think Rue might still be here, and I think this is the Rue color. This is a pretty good color. I quite like. It's got punch. It's got attitude. It
looks more like the Rue color on your screen than it does I think what the other.
Yeah, like on this, see, because the color profiles of the two monitors I'm using are different. It does look different on each monitor.
Yeah.
But on my monitor where I'm seeing, it's like this is a good color. Yeah. I might S tier this, because I quite like it. And if Rue comes back and it's not S tier, he might beat me up.
And you might see it as not his color on his screen, so maybe you'll get away with it.
He might though. See, he's been alerted now. So I'm gonna S tier it. But what in 2010 is a turquoise news story? That's not a. Is a big solar eclipse?
That's pretty cool.
Is a solar eclipse turquoise in vibes? I don't know if it's turquoise in vibes. I think it might be like a deep blue in vibes. The iPad, no. Remember we all laughed at iPads when they first came out? We all thought they were stupid. I still kind of think they're stupid. I still don't really feel... It was mostly the name.
Yeah.
And mostly people kept referring to them as sanitary pads. And I still don't kind of... You currently have a tablet in your hands right now.
Well, yeah, it's not one I bought.
No. I still don't really see a use for an iPad.
I literally just am using it because I wanted a bigger screen.
Yeah.
The book I'm reading.
Bigger screen for a guide to your stupidly hard JRPG. Yeah. Constellation program is essentially cancelled. That's not turquoise news. That's definitely not turquoise news because it's a disaster to the marine environment. If they were like the marine environment is real good, yo, that's a turquoise news story. Scientists create synthetic life. Do they though?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. They made some bacteria that they claimed was alive.
Oh. Okay. Is that like the printer printing out?
Yeah, is that like the printer printing out "I am alive" and then they go?
Yeah.
Solar power plunging in cost. That's green though. That's green.
Yeah.
Augmented reality. Okay, I could see augmented reality being a turquoise news story because like when people think augmented reality, it's all like the Iron Man-esque holograms that are always that sort of bluey green color. So I think augmented reality is our turquoise news story. And apparently Instagram launched, but that's when Instagram first launched, I would say that is a red news story because they were very much trying to emulate traditional photography with their filters and their logo, and dark rooms are red. So I would say that's a red news story. Solid advancement is turquoise coded, I feel. I would say it's green coded, but I see where you're coming from, Byron Springhill.
I suppose it's green, but also like blue for the sky.
I feel you.
It's both. They're right.
Instagram being more leather brown coded. I can also see it being leather brown coded again for that skeuomorphism of the old cameras. It's totally there. 2011 gave us this campy little thing, honeysuckle. Byron, thank you for that follow, friend. Honeysuckle. This is a very nice color. I don't quite think it's S tier because I think it's like a little bit worse than fuchsia rose. So I think it might be an A tier. But is there a 2011 news story that is honeysuckle in flavor? Again, because we'll talk about the flavor, talk about the vibes. Withdrawing from Afghanistan, that feels like it's a good thing. Big Japan earthquake, that's not good. Death of Bin Laden, that's not pink colored. Economic crisis, that's not pink colored. Okay, organ transplants, that's definitely pink colored because it's the insides of a guy. They did just copy 01 10 years later. They did just go, okay, maybe it's the same, but like 10 years worse. Like they did just try it again, and they copped out. I think it's an insult to the plant to call that color honeysuckle. Okay, let me have a look at what actual honeysuckles look like then, because I don't know what an actual honeysuckle looks like. I mean that's a similar color. It's a similar enough color, I would say. That's a similar enough color. The pinks on them. Anyway. That's the wrong tab. I want to be over here. So okay. Oh, actually, we can read their justifications now. So let's go back to the turquoise. Okay. Pantone is pleased to announce Pantone 155519 turquoise, an inviting luminous hue as the color of the year of 2010. Combining the serene qualities of blue and the invigorating aspects of green, turquoise inspires thoughts of soothing tropical waters and a comforting escape from the everyday troubles of the world, while at the same time restoring our sense of well-being. In many colours, turquoise is believed to be a protective talisman, a colour of deep compassion and healing, a colour of faith and truth, and inspired by water and sky. Through years of word association colour studies, we also find that to many people, turquoise represents an escape, taking them to a tropical paradise that is pleasant and inviting, even if only as a fantasy. Whether envisioned as a tranquil ocean surrounding a tropical island or a protective stone warding off evil spirits, turquoise is the colour that most people respond to positively. It is universally flattering, has an appeal for men and women, non-binary people you can get fucked, and translates easily to fashion and interiors.
Look,
With
you
both-
and I both know non-binary people hadn't been invented yet.
Yeah, we hadn't been invented yet, that's fine. With both warm and cool undertones, turquoise pairs nicely with any other colour on the spectrum. Incorrect. Turquoise adds a splash of excitement to neutrals and browns, complements reds and pinks, creates classic maritime look with deep blues, livens up other greens, and is especially trend-setting with yellow greens. To that I say, what a barrel of wank. Now let's see what they have to say. You see how these articles get steadily... I'm not going to read the whole thing because these articles get steadily longer and at later dates get filled with sponsorships. They do like collaborations with Play-Doh.
That's fucking embarrassing.
Pantone, get to fuck. Right. Well, the 2010 color of the year was turquoise, served in his escape. Honeysuckle emboldens us to face everyday troubles with verve and vigor. Does it though? Does it though? Does this color say embrace everyday tasks with verve and vigor? I don't think it says that at all. What it says is be gay, do crime, kiss your friends. That's what Honeysuckle says. You're laughing, but I'm right. Some image of that guy from Shelby telling him, give me a better, hey, I give you a better gender. Your gender is the guy in the kebab shop calling you boss, man. Like, that's the best one, you know? There's a real energy to the guy in the kebab shop calling you boss. You know? Gives you free chips, calls you boss. That's the vibe. When I first moved here, the guy in the kebab shop gave me free chicken strips because I said it was my first day here, and from that day I was like, this place is good. It says tea room with incense burning wall paint. Okay, but it also says be gay, do crime, kiss your friends. I'm putting it in A tier, and we better find some gay ass news. We had better find some gay ass news to be. We better find some gay ass news for this color because it's just kind of 2001 but not as good. What have you got? Okay, wedding apparel, paint, Visa card. See, even fucking 2011 they were doing fucking crossovers. You can get your Visa card in the Pantone color of the year. What the fuck? I would kind of quite like a bright pink card, but I don't. Jesus Christ.
Literally why they started doing these articles, then, isn't it?
Yeah. The first one, no sponsors. The first one had 0 sponsors.
Well, you've got to have plausible denial.
You gotta have your plausible denial. You're so right. You're so right. Honeysuckle is guaranteed to produce healthy glow when worn by both men and women. Non-binary people didn't exist yet. We'll get there. I'm sure 1 year Pantone will name drop us. South Sudan becomes an independent. Is that turquoise? I don't think that's honeysuckle coded. Space shuttle fleet is retired. That's not honeysuckle coded. USB 3.0. Was that really 2011? Christ. That's clearly blue coded. That's why it's got a blue thingy. Consumer level robotics. World's first commercial spaceport. Was 2011 when gay marriage was federally recognized? I'm gonna believe you, Byron Springhill, because that's an American news story, and I do not know it. 2012 gave us Tangerine Tango. A pretty good color. 2012 famously when the world ended. I tango with the Mayan end, yeah. So we all thought the world was going to end, which is notice how many years between Massachusetts legalizing it and it being federalized. Massachusetts dub, big Massachusetts dub. Ahead of the homosexual curve. I've always put myself ahead of the homosexual curve as well, much like Massachusetts in that way. This is a pretty good color. This is pretty nice color. I am going to instinctively, I want to say B, which is still like a passing grade. So it's not an insult to chuck it in B, but I'm thinking it could be an A. Zach, what do you think? A or B?
B.
Yeah, I mean, it's not doing anything like super exciting, but it is a nice punchy color. Let's stick it in B. Stick it in B. Put it in your B. We're not going to put it in your A. We're going to put it in your B. Um, Fun fact, staffing fan conventions, there's a tendency to cut down your bacon score to any actor dramatically. Mine is only 3 to Dean Winchester and 2 to Samantha Carter. I have performed at a fair few conventions and worked at conventions, and yes, I can testify. A lot of my like brushes with famous people has been at conventions. One of my best is I helped Warwick Davis carry his books to his car once. And I had a pint. I tell this story. I had a pint with Danny John Jules, but in reality, me and Danny John Jules had a pint standing next to each other. We did not interact in any way, but we were stood next to each other and we had a pint together. So yeah, staffing fan conventions gets your bacon score real low. So what is the Tangerine Tango news story of 2012 when the world ended? Diamond Jubilee, no. Euro 2012 in Poland, Ukraine, meh. It does give summer evening in your local barrio, mimosa plants booming off the highway garden. It does give nice little sunset. London 2012. Is this a London 2012 color? Maybe. It's not the color of any of the it's not the color of any of the medals, but it is kind of, no, I'm stretching. I'm clutching at straws. It is the color, maybe it's the color of the, no, I'm clutching at straws. Mars Science Laboratory explores the red planet. Is this red enough to qualify as Mars? Is that a Mars? Maybe it's a Mars. Voyager 1 crosses the heliopause. I don't know what that means, but it sounds science. Windows 8. I'm glad that video is private because the less said about Windows 8, the better. The Wii U. Here's our good news story of 2012. The Wii U is launched. I also think 2012 is the year we got together.
Yeah.
So that's your good news story for 2012. 2012.
2011.
What is it? 2011?
Yeah, because we got married in 2015 and we would have been together.
Yes. 2011 was the year I met Zach. And the year me and Zach got together. 2012 is the year the Wii U launched. Equally good, equally important in his story. I'm calling the Mars exploration, but this is still going to go in there. So there's your honeysuckle news story. The greatest gay couple in the world. Me and Zach get together. 2013 gives us arguably our first green. Nothing has been as explicitly green as this. So 2013 gives us 23rd green. Oh no, but we need to read what Waffle Pantone said about the Tangerine Tango. And who do you think they fucking collaborated with on this one? The 2011 Colour of the Year Honeysuckle encouraged us to face everyday troubles with verve and vigour. Tangerine Tango, a spirited reddish orange, continues to provide the energy boost we need to recharge and move forward. Okay, it is a very energetic colour, I will give you that. They didn't have any sponsors this year. No sponsors! But it does ask high impact hues to add spice to any room. Emerald. Let's see what they say about Emerald. 2012 Colour of the Year, Tangerine Tango, a spirited reddish orange, provided the energy boost we need to recharge and move forward. Emerald, a vivid, verdant green, enhances our sense of well-being further by inspiring insight as well as promoting balance and harmony. What a bunch of wank. Like, you've just said words. You could say that about any colour and people would go, yes, sounds very good. Very good, yes. Byron, we're talking about the heliopause? Heliopause, was it? Oh yeah, end of the world. Mayan calendar, end of the world. The heliopause. Is that what the heliopause is? But yeah. This is apparently harmony and balance and other wooey wank. I quite like this. Maybe it's just because I've not seen a good shade of green so far, but I'm inclined to like A tier this. It very much sticks out among the rest, which is good. Kona's saying S tier. Where would you put this? What tier?
I'm doing A tier for that.
A tier was in A tier or A? We're very much A or S tier. I am going to A tier it for now, but that of course that all might go asunder later on. 2013. What is our 2013 Emerald story? We have North Korea nuclear tests. No, meteor exploding. That's pretty like nature being badass, but like not emerald colored. Human embryonic stem cells created by cloning. Nah. NSA documents leaked. Is that a emerald story? I mean, it's something, but I don't think it's emerald. The birth of a royal baby. You get to fuck. I don't care about royals. China overtakes the US. That's not. That's red because China is a very red vibe. The lunar atmosphere and dust environment explorer, Laddie. Now, okay, Laddie is a pretty green word because it's like Irish kind of vibes, you know. Upon initial research, seems to be the boundary of a given solar system in relation to solar. I see. The first gene therapy in the Western world. Now, the moon is made. The moon is not made of green cheese. The moon is made of cheese, but that cheese is decidedly like a grayish yellow. Is gene therapy green? Like science is green, right? Science is a green color. Like your science books in school were green, right? Yes, we all agree on that. We're not going to get into that debate. English was red, maths was blue, and science was green. We can all agree on that. We're not moving. We're not debating that. Highly flexible touch sensors bringing a range of gadgets. Meh. Launch of the Xbox One. That's a very green. Xbox is a green news story. There we go. There's our green news story. It's a weed story. Uruguay becomes the first nation to allow full legalization of cannabis. There's our green news story. Everybody in Uruguay got really high, I can only assume. 2014 gives us Radiant Orchid. Let's see what Pantone has to say about Radiant Orchid. They changed their whole get up for this one. Stop doing that. You had a formula, fucking stick to it. Expressive, exotic, Radiant Orchid blooms with confidence and warmth. Radiant Orchid's rosy undertones radiate on the skin. I mean, you can't keep just saying the word radiate. Producing a healthy glow and worn by both men and women. Non-binary people, you don't exist yet. A dazzling attention getter, Radiant Orchid permeates the runways during the spring 2014 fashion shows. It's already making its way onto the red carpet. The 2014 fashion shows haven't happened yet. How do you know that? You wrote this at the start of the year. I hate this. Scottish Independence. Is the Scottish Independence a Radiant Orchid news story? It's very much a blue news story. I'm iffy about this. Like, part of me is like, this is a really nice color. Part of me is like, this is like an A tier color. But then another part of me is like, this is another weak, boring color. They've pulled back instead of like going whole ass and actually giving us something to be interesting. I don't know. Maybe a C tier. You're tempted to say D? Again, it is another weak choice. It could run the gamut of anywhere between like A and D, I think. I think C. I think I'm gonna land it in C. It's not that offensively boring. But it's also just, it's not doing anything for anyone. It's not pulling its weight. It's just sort of there, innit? So what is our 2014 Radiant Orchid news story? I'm feeling something spacey or something. Latvia joins the Eurozone. No. The first gay marriages are held in England and Wales. Okay, that feels like a orchid news story to me. That because this color is a little bit fruity. Remember Google Glass? Nanometer, 14 nanometer chips. Scotland most no to independence. The Maven Pro, another Mars, more Mars. The global average internet connection is broadband. A comet. Everyone's going to Mars. Us, comets, every bastard.
I feel like we used to hear about Mars all the time, and now I never hear about Mars.
Yeah, Mars got boring.
Yeah, Mars did get boring. Nobody likes to go on Mars anymore.
It's because Elon Musk started talking about Mars. So everyone's like, Mars is lame now. Elon Musk made Mars boring.
Poor Mars. What did Mars?
Poor Mars. Yeah, Google Glass. I'm glad Google Glass crashed and burned, and nobody ever wore stupid glasses with a camera in them ever again. I'm so glad that we all decided that was a bad idea, and nobody would ever wear something like this, but slightly less conspicuous ever again. Anyone remember Snap spectacles? Awful. And now we've got the Meta Ray-Bans. Awful. Like, what is the purpose? What is the use? Anyway. 2015 gives us Masala. 2015 Masala. Did they change? They stuck to the same starting format and then changed it fucking again. A naturally robust and earthy wine red, Masala enriches our minds, body, and soul. Are you serious, or are you JK? This is such bumper nonsense. Much like the fortified wine that gives Masala its name, this tasteful hue embodies the satisfying richness of a fulfilling meal, while its grounding red-brown roots emanate a sophisticated, natural earthiness. This hearty yet stylish tone is universally appealing and translates easily to fashion, beauty, industrial design, home furnishings, and interiors. What are you talking about? It doesn't enrich mind, body, and soul. It's a fucking colour. My job is I work with colours and giving colours meaning and giving colours significance. And this is the biggest fucking barrel of wank I've ever heard. If I ever sound this wanky when I talk about a colour, I want you to shoot me. Get that smile off your face. I want you to shoot me in the head if I ever get this wanky when it comes to talking about colour. I'm not this bad. I'm not. Don't you even pretend I'm nearly this bad. He's got a look on his face.
I would never.
It is pretentious hogwash. I'm not this pretentious, am I?
No.
It was well rehearsed. Almost sounded convincing. Frasier level. I want to put this in D tier because the description has made me so angry. And I don't like it. It's red but bad. Nick's Electric Sheep, welcome. How you doing? We're ranking colors today. I would say it's worse than mid. I would say it's bad.
Yeah.
It's taken my best color, my best boy red, and made it wanky and pretentious and boring. But what is our 2015 Masala news story? Your gender is queerer than the last time. That's a good. It is a bit dried blood. Okay, what vibe does this color have? Like what kind of stories? I would say this is like rich people, because to me it's like dark brown leather of like boring chairs and smoky rooms and things like that. So I want something about like insider trading or some wank. 5 years. Okay, VR. Remember the Oculus? Yeah, leather at a cigar bar. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No, we don't. So, Professor Hopper, we don't need you right now. You are the exact kind of wank.
Farewell. Wow.
Fuck off, Professor Helper. What is Expo 2015? Large Hadron Collider, self-regulating heart, high-tech supercarriers. Okay, Queen Elizabeth II. This is a masala-colored news story. An old woman continues to be an old woman. A rich old woman continues to be a rich old woman. That is your masala news story. Rich old woman carries on. 2016. 2016, they failed their own fucking assignment because they couldn't pick one color. They were like, okay, we've picked one color every year for the last 15 years. Let's pick two this year. I immediately want to put this in F tier. Immediately want to put this in F tier. But it is a bit trans flag coded.
It is a little bit.
But they're supposed to pick a color. Right. I'm annoyed, but it is trans flag coded, so I don't want to F tier it. What you got for me? There we go. A softer take on the colour for 2016. For the first time, the blending of two shades, rose quartz and serenity, are chosen as the Pantone colour of the year. You can't say two things and then say they are chosen as the colour of the year. Are you choosing the midpoint of these two colours? Because if that is the case, you have a colour for that. You're the colour guys. You know what colour that is. Colour is your whole fucking thing. These are making me so mad. I didn't realize these would make me so mad. This is infuriating. As customers seek mindfulness and well-being as an antidote to modern-day stresses, welcoming colours that are psychologically fulfill our yearning for reassurance and security are becoming more prominent. Joined together, rose quartz and serenity demonstrate an inherent balance between a warmer, embracing rose tone and a cooler, tranquil blue, reflecting connection and wellness as well as a soothing sense of order and peace. Colour of the F 2016 is lavender. If they wanted it to be the mixing of these two colours, why don't they just call it lavender? This feels like the ad read for a Magic Rock website. You're so right, Demo. At least there's no ads on this one. At least they didn't fucking do a collaboration with Goop to sell you rose quartz and serenity vagina crystals or whatever the fuck she had on that website. Do you remember Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina crystals? Yeah. Magic rocks that you put up your gooch and they cure your root chakras or whatever.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to like realign some shit and
yeah,
pH and
they realign the pH of your hoo-ha. Yeah. And I think root chakra was part of it. So I want to F tier this because it's failing at the getting bottom surgery just to buy the Goop vagina crystals. I gotta get the bottom surgery because where else am I going to store my yonic crystals? I think they were called yonic eggs.
Yeah.
Where else you can store them if you don't get the bottom surgery? Beyond F just failed. It failed the assignment, so it is an F tier. But I don't like the lavender that is the middle color, but I do like the color combination of pink and powder blue because it's very transcoded. So you would give this an ungraded Byron Springhill, which is fair. It's a fair assessment, but spoilers for later on in the tier list. They do this again, but worse. Because at least this is a good color combination.
Oh no!
I'm gonna give this on. Okay, it fails the assignment, so F. But it is trans flag coded, which pulls it up, but only to a C.
I think you're being too nice. Just
D?
because it's trans flag coded. Yeah.
F?
I would put it like top of the F tier because you're right, it is kind of
F because it fails the assignment.
But the blue ain't really right.
The assignment was pick a color, simple, and you made the assignment yourself.
Yeah.
Is there a 2016 trans good news story?
Probably not.
Is the Panama Canal trans? Can it be the Tranamar Canal?
Yeah, because originally you would have had.
You had to go around the horn like a gentleman. And now you can transition through the canal.
Yeah.
Microchipping of all dogs. I mean, puppy girls, but that doesn't count. Euro 2016, forgot that even happened. The Rio Olympics was a fucking bust. Jupiter feels this could be a Jupiter color. Just me. Single aperture telescope, mining industry.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's because you're thinking like I don't know. I've always associated Jupiter with trans girls. I don't know.
Jupiter, like planets, generally trans girl stuff.
Yeah.
Jupiter feels trans by color coded. See, it's not just me. It's not just you.
Yeah.
3-person babies. That feels pretty queer. We got polymer banknotes. Less said about that, the better. Less said about the bottom one, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the Jupiter one because Jupiter's transcoded.
Yeah.
2017, they remembered what their fucking assignment was and chose the greenest green.
Yeah.
They remembered that their job was let's choose a color for the color of the year. No Brexit, nil Brexits. That was more important. Nil Brexits. They went for Shrek. So the 2017 color of the year is Shrek. Let's see what they said about it. What did they say about? Do you think they apologized? Do you think they apologized when? Oh, sorry, we picked 2 colors. I forgot we said we would pick one. A refreshing and revitalizing shade. Greenery is symbolic of new beginnings. Oh, you can tell they're based in America. You can tell they're trying really hard. Greenery is a fresh and zesty yellow-green shade that evokes the first days of spring when nature's greens revive, restore, and renew. Illustrative of flourishing foliage and the lushness of the great outdoors. The fortifying attributes of greenery signals consumers to take a deep breath, oxygenate, and reinvigorate. Salad, apples, small succulents. No advertisements, no sponsorships this time. Nobody wanted to sell the Shrek's ass green Play-Doh. It's a pretty nice. It's got matcha. Okay, matcha vibes is pretty bang on. It's pretty matchery, and I do like me some matcha. It is also the color of Shrek's ass. Is it an A tier or is it a B tier? You can tell they don't think some people don't count as people due to the use of consumer. Their use of consumer is a weird one there. Because like Pantone aren't a direct-to-consumer company. They don't care about the consumer. They care about companies buying the right to use their colors, because that, I must remind you, that is how Pantone make their money. Fuck Pantone. All my homies hate Pantone. Pantone can get in the fucking bin. And as you can see from all of this, from this like hour and a half plus of tier list, they're a pretentious bag of dicks. But I am going to maybe put this in beta. It is the greenest green we've seen, and that is energy. It's a new energy. I'm going to hydrate. Thank you for that. Everyone else take a drink too. And then turns you. Bully Zach until he takes a drink, guys.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
All right. What is our 2017 Shrek's ass green news story? No. Total solo clip. That's not green. The JFK files. Did Shrek shoot JFK? No, then it's not. That it's not a Shrek green. Sales of hybrid trucks reach 100,000. That is a green news. That is quite literally a green news story.
Yeah, green.
Web connected video devices exceed the global population. That's scary. E-ink screens, wireless implantable health devices, prostate cancer. I mean, that's good news. Prostate cancer treatment is good news. But this is our green news story because it's a green news story. But I think it's a B tier. Like, it's not special, but it ain't. Shrek shot JFK, but not with a bullet. More fluidity. Are you trying to say that Shrek did a cum on JFK? Is that what you're saying? Is that the thought that you've just brought to my stream? Shrek did a cum on JFK?
We're normally so highbrow.
We are normally really highbrow. Right. On? No. Oh, Shrek did a cum inside JFK. I see. Much better. That makes much more sense. Shrek X JFK AO3. A million words. Everyone who reads it gets cursed. He did get backshot. Oh, nasty. The current lineup on Mimosa Tango and Shrek is giving kind granola bars. You're so right. Right. 2018 gives us ultraviolet. Oh, but what was 2015, by the way? What was the 2015 color? 2015. Oh, gross. 2015 was Masala, and that was the year I got married. Nasty color for the best news story of the year being me and Zach got married.
Married was nasty. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
What?
I thought you were saying me and you getting married was nasty.
No, Masala was the color of the year. We had a nasty color of the year. We got married. Had I known, I would have put it off. Congrats, I'm 10 years later. Thank you. Ultraviolet. I really like this color. If I'm honest, I want to S tier this color. This is a great color. But what my opinion on the color is not important. Let's hear the most pretentious opinion, and which isn't mine. It's Pantone's. I know what you're thinking.
No, you don't. Assume the worst of me.
Inventive and imaginative. Ultraviolet lights the way to what is yet to come. A dramatically provocative and thoughtful purple shade. Ultraviolet communicates originality, ingenuity, and visionary thinking that points us towards the future. Complex and contemplative. Ultraviolet suggests the mysteries of the cosmos, the intrigue of what lies ahead, and the discoveries beyond where we are now. The vast and limitless night sky is symbolic of what is possible and continues to inspire the desire to pursue a world beyond our own. Enigmatic purples have long been symbolic of counterculture, unconventionality, and artistic brilliance. I'll grant them that. That is a true sentence. Purple is counterculture and artistic. Prince, David Bowie, Jimi Hendrix all used purple. Then this paragraph makes sense. These two lines are pretentious wank. Okay. We have some sponsors. They got sponsors again, but they're just their own fucking products. They just put their own fucking product in the sponsors. I can't believe they didn't mention gay marriage federally legalized in the US 2015. What they do and don't mention is really weird. I don't know who wrote this website. Will Fox, priorities, little bit all over the place. But I really like this color. This is a really good color. I'm a big fan of this kind of perp. Before red was like my entire personality, purple was my thing. So I'm gonna S tier this color, and I won't listen to any arguments on the contrary. Hi B. Nah, this is an S tier color. This is an S tier color. Like, look at this gorgeous color. Is that
It's a gorgeous color.
gorgeous color? I just like it to pop it more. No. It's like it grabs attention without having to like be max saturation. You dig? But what is our purple news story? South Korean city Pyeongchang hosts the Winter Olympics. Nah, not really. Launch of the orbiting exoplanet survey satellite. I mean, space is purple, so this could be our news story. Russia World Cup, no. East Africa's largest ever infrastructure project. I mean, it's good news, but it's not purple. Another space story. Something. NHS begins high energy proton therapy. I mean, that sounds good, I think. This is the Japanese Hayabusa 2 probe. Enterprise grade SSDs reach 100 terabytes. I mean, that's another Mars story. And okay, so a lot of science, a lot of space. I think we've just generally got a lot of purple. The original posthumous Prince release 2018. Boom. We can't. Okay, it's got to be the Prince one then. It's got to be the fucking Prince one. 2019. Living Coral. 2019 is Living Coral. Let's see what the most pretentious people in the world, Pantone, had to say about it. An animating and life-affirming coral hue with a golden undertone that energizes and enlivens with a softer edge. Vibrant yet mellow, Living Coral embraces us with warmth and nourishment to provide comfort and buoyancy in our continuously shifting environment. In reaction to the onslaught of digital technology and social media increasingly embedding into our daily lives, we are seeking authentic and immersing experiences that enable our connection and intimacy. Sociable and spiriting, the engaging nature of Living Coral welcomes and encourages light-hearted activity. Symbolizing our innate need for optimism and joyful pursuits, Living Coral embodies our desire for playful expression. How can a color be sociable? I get what they're saying. It's a gentle, very human color. I kind of get what they're saying, but it's not a social color because colors can't be social because colors can't interact with other colors, which is what social means. I don't hate the color though. What do you think? One word review.
I hate one word reviews. They're stupid.
That's so many words.
One word reviews.
Fine, one sentence review.
I like it. It's a nice color.
Couldn't give me a one word review. Give me 3 words when I asked him for one sentence.
Yeah. Look,
Coral.
you put me on the spot, okay? I wasn't even supposed to be part of this drill. I was supposed to be silent. And you asking me questions.
You kept talking.
I didn't keep talking. Only after invited.
I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna A tier this actually. I'm gonna A tier this. It's a nice color. It's a really nice color. Corals also colony animals. That's true. I hadn't considered that. I say I hadn't considered that. That's because I didn't know. Because I'm stupid. I'm an artist. I don't know real stuff.
The fact that they're not lined up.
Because they don't need to line up.
Yeah, I know they don't need to, but it's really upsetting.
I know it's upsetting, but I ain't gonna manually resize all of them. It does look really good next to the emerald. It really does. They don't line up because I turned my guides off because the guides looked ugly. Like, look at that. Ugh, horrible lines.
Yeah.
This is a really good combination. It's like, it's just good shit. But what is our Living Coral news story of 2019? Is it 5G? Is it all the autism we got from all of the 5G? Is it the New Horizons probe? Nah. We want a human news story. US copyright begins to expire. Oh, we love that. What went into public domain in 2019? Anything cool? No. The movie The Ten Commandments. That's not good. Be careful with your self appreciation. The splash damage to not as the knows things. I do actually know things. I write pub quizzes. I do. That it does mean I need to know things. I'm not stupid because I'm an artist. I'm stupid because I'm stupid. Better. Jab Bolsonaro. That's not a good story. First soft landing. What is a soft landing? Is that opposed to just crashing? Okay, we're not having Joker. Joker's not our news story of the year. Emperor Japan. Did they abdicate for any cool reason? No, because they were old. Galileo satellite. No. Connected vehicles technology. No. Automated freight transport. No. Massively human. Okay, yeah. The destruction of copyright is massively humanistic. Any less power that the mouse has is good. So I think I might give it to copyright I'm gonna give it to copyright expiring. Copyright expiring and mass transport, very human stories. The cities, but all it is a line in Copenhagen. What is this? What is this collection of news stories? Is this really one of the biggest news stories of the year? The city circle line opens in Copenhagen. Is that really the best we've got for 2019? God, 2020. God, it's going to be a bit miserable from here on out. 2020. Classic blue. Let's see what optimistic things Pantone had to say about 2020. Introducing Classic Blue, instilling calm, confidence, and connection. This enduring blue hue highlights our desire for a dependable and stable foundation on which to build as we cross into the threshold of a new era. I mean, they really are. Oh, if only they knew. If only they knew what this new era had.
They think they know. They don't know.
A timeless and enduring blue hue. Classic blue is elegant in its simplicity, suggestive of the sky at dusk. The reassuring qualities of the thought-provoking classic blue highlight our desire for a dependable and stable foundation on which to build as we cross our threshold into the new era. They're just rephrasing the same one thought. Like, they're just rephrasing the same one thought over and over again. If this wasn't written in 2020, I'd say this was ChatGPT. Saying that, I've not seen an M dash yet, so maybe I couldn't say that, but it is just sort of like just rephrasing ideas. Peace and tranquility to the human spirit, offering refuge, aiding concentration, bringing laser-like clarity. If they only knew what 2020 had in store. It's blue. It's blue. Where do you put just kind of blue? It's just blue. I think C tier. Because it's nothing groundbreaking, is it? Just blue. You just did a blue. You just blew yourself. You just did a cheeky little blue. It's literally pants. You're so right. It's literally pants. But what is our classic blue news story of 2020? I wonder. Progress towards malaria elimination. That's the first news story they've got for 2020. America-China tensions continue in the Asia Pacific. Gene therapy for deafness. That's good. Breast tomosynthesis. Microsoft ends support for Windows 7. We're like 4 news stories in and they haven't mentioned COVID yet. They mentioned Windows 7 before they mentioned COVID. Generation X is reshaping global Is it? Progress with launch. They put the mouse in the cup again. First high altitude test flight of SpaceX getting the bin. Mercury pollution has been greatly reduced. That's good. I suppose that's a blue news story because it's like sky and ocean and shit, I guess. PS5. Great conjunction. This doesn't mention COVID for the 2020 news stories? What the fuck? What is this? COVID is blue because of all the nurse scrubs. That makes sense. How did they not mention COVID at all? Yet they mention Microsoft ending support for Windows 7. I feel like the Mercury thing, the less Mercury in the world, feels like a blue news story to me. I'm clutching at straws a bit, but then again, so are they. 2021 gives us they failed the assignment, but even worse, because at least the last time they picked 2 colors, they were nice colors. This time we've got eye-searing yellow and boring grey. Tape measure ass colours. Safety tape ass colours. But like washed out, solarized safety tape. Let's see how they justify this one. Can you even just not put it on? I'll put a power gap. maybe Will Fox from futuretimeline.net didn't know the pandemic happened. So, okay, let's see how they justify this. Announcing the Pantone color of the year. Okay, one. They have changed. Not only have they changed the layout of the article once again, they've changed the header, they've changed the formatting. Why is it centered? It's never been centered before. No other page on this website is centered. What are they doing? No other page on this website has centered text. Why does this one web page have centered text? What are they talking about? I'm so mad. Previous editor died from COVID. The bad thing is you might be right. Right. Oh. For those of you that are new, and if people have stuck around from Rue's stream, then I'm not usually this mad. I just care about these kind of things. Announcing the Pantone Color of the Year 2021. Ultimate grey and illuminating. A marriage of colour conveying a message of strength and hopefulness that is enduring and uplifting. You could have done that with one colour. You could have done that with a single colour. You could have just had the yellow. You could have just had the fucking yellow. You could have just had the yellow. Punkles is the new biggest fan. Until somebody else buys it. You could have just had, I don't know why you need the boring grey. Where did you put it? Okay. I did put the teal. The turquoise did go in S tier. The turquoise did go in the S tier. But right now, we're very mad because their 2021 colour of the year is two ugly colours. Two ugly colours. Pantone Ultimate Grey and Pantone Illuminating, two independent colours, highlight how different elements come together to support one another. Best express the mood for Pantone Colour of the Year 2021. Practical and rock solid, but at the same time warming and optimistic, the union of Ultimate Grey and Illuminating is one of strength and positivity. It is a story of colour that encapsulates deeper feelings of thoughtfulness with a promise of something sunny and friendly. You could have done that with one colour! You could have done that with one colour. And. It is giving marigolds. It is giving marigolds. Yet again, they've changed the formatting of this webpage. Now it has this pic. Why is this quote formatted as a fucking picture? Why is the? I'm baffled at this website design. Because now the text is like left aligned again. Y'all called dishwashing gloves are called marigolds because they're marigold yellow. Absolute wank. Absolute pap. This is getting an F. This is actually getting a power gap F- tier. Because it's worse than the rose quartz and the serenity, right? We can agree on that. I'm making a special exception. This is getting the F- tier. Let's grab this. No, I want this layer, please. Give me the F. I want another F. I've done something. I've broken something. F- tier. No, I don't want to save. Stop popping up. Stop giving me things. F- tier. Forklift colors tier. Absolute pap. Absolute wankery. And their justification only made me more mad. Absolute shithousery. Yeah, a 25% F grade versus the 3%. Yeah. This is okay. I gave Rose Quartz and Serenity an F because it looks like they tried because they were going for a gradient. This is a U. This is an ungraded because they just didn't try. They just didn't try and thought they could get away with picking two colors and going, we're gonna fart something out at the last minute. But what is our 2021 forklift colors? News story. Arabian mission to Mars. Perseverance lands on Mars. More Mars colors. Controversial take. I like Rose Quartz and okay. Here's the thing. I like Rose Quartz and Serenity as a color combination. They are good colors, but as Byron has said, they failed the assessment because the assignment was color of the year and they gave me two colors. You gotta just pick, it's color of the year. You wrote the assignment and then you failed it by giving me two colors. I love this color combination. I think this guy is a space guy. I think he's a space and science guy because he mentions Mars so much, hasn't mentioned COVID once. 3 stories in a row about Mars. Giant okay, this is our safety tape news story, right? Giant insects. This is our safety tape news story. The story about giant insects. Tokyo Olympics, James Webb Space Telescope. This guy, I think the guy that wrote this website is just a space guy. But yeah, in the abstract, this is a really good color combination. In the assignment, color of the year, singular, F. Big Mars as his hooks. Right. We are in 2022. 2022. It would help if I had the selection tool selected. 2022 gave us Very Perry. Okay, my first problem with the naming of this color. My first problem with the naming of this color is this is Perry, as in Peri Peri, and this color is nowhere on the Nando's spice scale.
Periwinkle.
Let me have my joke. Let me have my Nando's joke. That is okay. This is Periwinkle. Root has said that isn't Periwinkle. This is Periwinkle, but it's nowhere on the Nando's color scale. Let's see what they said. They've changed the formatting of the page again. Why? Why does every single year they just change? It's no better. A new Pantone color whose courageous presence encourages personal inventiveness and creativity. Displaying a carefree confidence and a daring curiosity that animates our creative spirit, inquisitive and intriguing Very Perry helps us to embrace the altered landscape of possibilities, opening us up to a new vision as we rewrite our lives, rekindling gratitude for some of the qualities that blue represents, complemented by a new perspective that resonates today. Very Perry places the future ahead in a new light. I think they are just doing it to piss me off. This is a fucking picture again. Why are their quotes formatted as pictures? Why didn't they just make a div with a color fill-in? I know how to do that and I can't go to a fucking website. Ah! I haven't been in uni for website design for 10 years and I know how to fucking code that without making it a picture. Why do they hate screen readers? I guarantee there's no fucking alt text on it. I don't think there's alt text on it. Let me check if there's alt text on it. The alt text just says Pantone Color of the Year 2022 Lee Eisman quote. It doesn't give the full name of the person doing the quote, and 2, it doesn't give you the actual quote. Why do they hate screen readers, man? Explodes them with my mind. 100%. At least, and here, you can buy the Pantone Color of the Year color swatches for only $226. You could buy the limited edition Color of the Year fashion and interiors swatches for $286. You could buy the mug with the Color of the Year on it for only $35. $35 for a fucking mug. Also, this says Shop Pantone Very Perry, and these are the 2026 Color of the Year products. They can't even do their fucking shop integrations properly. And you can see they didn't write articles for these because they're not linked. This website fucking sucks, guys. All my homies hate Pantone. Can I get some fuck Pantones in the chat? But this is actually not a bad color. So it's trying to be ultraviolet. It's trying to be blue iris. I think it's definitely better than classic blue. Better than classic blue. I think it's better than Sand Dollar. I would say it's a B tier. Maybe I'll push up to an A tier, but I think it's not doing enough to be more than a B tier, you know? It's not doing nearly enough to be more than a B tier. But what is our very Perry news story of the year? Instead of spending £200 on Pantone color swatches, instead of spending £200 on Pantone color swatches, you could support so many streamers on Twitch for that. You could get so many good emotes. You could buy a Wrestling is Silly World Unified Title fanny pack for that. Demo. Thank you for gifting that sub to Databit MC.
You know that meme where it's like rent 500, like water 1,000 or whatever, and then it's like eggs like $3,600. It's like how do I save money? I need to protect my family. It's like that, but like 3,600 on Pantone color product.
Well, as a designer, every year I need to. As a designer, every year I need to buy all of the Pantone Color of the Year range. Help me balance my budget, please. Queen Dead purple is a royal color. This is not purple. It's blue. It's not like it. Okay, the Queen being dead did make certain kind of wankers blue. 2022 was. Okay, what is our 20? I wonder if he mentions Queen's Dead, exascale computer, autonomous cars, Crossrail. This website definitely written by an autistic man because there's so many trains and so much space. Beijing Winter Olympics, Northeast Corridor train upgrade, China's first space station, space story, Qatar World Cup, bad. Xi Jinping doesn't mention the Queen dying, hasn't mentioned COVID yet. What is this? And he thinks he can predict the news stories for 2029. Damn. Remember when the speaker that had comments said that the Queen dying and the funeral were the most important events the world would ever see? That is ridiculous. Doesn't mention Liz dying on my birthday. Damn. How dare you not know it was your birthday? I think a washed out purple. I think the Queen dying is a good news story for a washed out purple. I think that's actually bang on. I've gone full rewind on that. Kona was right. A washed out purple and a royal has died. Perfect. 2023. Viva Magenta! That is not what magenta looks like. Pantone, there are 4 colors that you should know, and it's cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. That one's not magenta. You're trying your best. So, yeah, that... I wouldn't say it was maroon, but it sure as shit ain't magenta. Let's see how they wriggle out of this one. Viva magenta. She's so pretentious. Shut up, it's fucking red. The color of the air is blood orange. Oh, hey, look, they changed the formatting of the page again. This time the first thing we're doing is pimping out an interview that we did. Oh, no, this whole page is an interview. Okay, I don't care about the interview. I want to know your pretentious color bollocks. I know when Color of the Year started. It was 1999. Why is the Pantone Color of the Year important? It's not. It's really not. Let's be honest with ourselves. You just throw in a dart at your color palettes and going, yeah, Color of the Year is that. Who the fuck cares? Pantone is in the business of color. Yeah, you think you own colors. What the fuck off? Fuck off, Pantone. I don't think these are AI art. I don't think that one might be. That one might be. But I don't think the beetle is. And I don't think the woman is. I think that's just CGI. They don't give me they're not giving me the wanky colors. Give me why you chose this one. Give me the bump, give me the wank. Don't quote that. Give me the bullshit. Welcome to the Magentaverse. Welcome to... Okay. Is this a color? No. This is selectable text. Wow. Excuse me. They have just ripped off the W3 Schools SVG code and kept the filler link in. That's kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. I mean, I would do that, but then I'm not fucking Pantone. They changed it and took away my pretentious wank. Who's gonna do the pretentious wank now? Don't say me.
I would never.
What happened in 2023? Okay. Pantone's Color of the Year. Like, Jedi, did you write this? Did you? Oh, that's beautiful. Pantone's Color of the Year. Viva Magenta. Okay, click what is Viva. Okay. Let me go find that. Click what is Viva Magenta. About Viva Magenta. What is Viva Magenta? Okay. I thought you'd just written that, and I was very impressed that you got the pretentious bump. An unconventional shade for an unconventional time. Pantone's Color of the Year, Viva Magenta, vibrates with vim and vigor. It is a shade rooted in nature, descending from the red family, and expressive of a new signal of strength. Viva Magenta is brave and fearless, a pulsating color whose exuberance promotes a joyous and optimistic celebration, writing a new narrative.
Sex toy color. Sex toy color.
I'm sorry, did you say?
Sex toy color.
Sex toy color.
Yeah.
That is the one sentence review from Zach. Sex toy color. Yeah, descending from the red family, so it isn't magenta. Can't crank that out. That kind of bullshit. I just woke up from a nap. Fair. The word pulsating is giving it phallic vibes. It is a sex toy color. I'm happy to say that. It is pulsating, exuberance, promotes joy. Sex toy color.
Yeah, it's not like the good sex toys that you get from
No, this is your like.
This is like you've gone on Amazon and searched.
Yeah, this is Amazon basic bunny. Amazon basic rabbit vibe color.
Yeah.
I do kind of like the shade though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't want to say Amazon Basics rabbit vibe and then put it in A tier, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because I do think it's an A tier color. I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
Don't buy vibrators of Amazon. I don't have I'm not one of those YouTubers that gets sponsored by sex toy companies, so I can't give you a site to get sex toys from. But don't get them. Don't get an Amazon Basics rabbit vibe. But what is the Viva Magenta news story of 2023? Is it the Croatia has adopted the euro? No, it's got to be a gay color. It's got to be a gay color. It's got to be a gay story. The banking crisis. That's not sex. That's not sexy. OpenAI releases GPT-4. That's not sexy. That's the opposite of sexy. That's space. That's not sexy. Ending of we solved COVID-19 apparently. That's not sexy. The coronation of King Charles. That's the opposite of sexy. I've never been more flaccid looking at that image. Yeah, ChatGPT, as Boris Johnson calls it. Okay, Boris Johnson using ChatGPT to write his book is the one instance in which ChatGPT will make you a better writer. Because have you ever read that man's books? I haven't, but I've listened to a podcast where people have, and it's real bad. It's real bad. Wildfires, no. Titan submersible disaster, no. Storm Daniel, that's not sexy. Give me the Israel-Hamas war. That's not what you should call that news story. Israel starts a genocide. Give me a sexy 2023 news story. I of course was being glib when I said when I phrased it as we solved COVID. The governments declared that COVID was over because they were sick of the line going down. That's what actually happened. There were no sexy news stories in 2023. Nothing sexy happened in 2023. Taylor Swift's Eras tour. Okay. Is Viva Magenta a Taylor Swift color? Is Taylor Swift's Ears tour? Apparently that is a cool. Well, that did kind of rock the world. So, I don't think nothing sexy will ever happen again. Hey, somebody call Justin Timberlake. We got to bring sexy back. We got to bring sexy back. I got to bounce. Twitch is trying to get me addicted to gambling. Fuck off, Twitch gambling ads. Get to fuck. But I hate that everything is gambling now. Nothing sexy happened in 2023. So let's move on to 2024. Peach fuzz. It's not really peach. It's not really fuzz. Nosferatu, you need to bounce on it. Let's see what random bullshit they decided to format the page for this time. What is peach fuzz? Okay, let's do it. Taylor gives the Amazon Basics rabbit. Envelop yourself in peach fuzz. No thanks. I don't think I will. Peach fuzz is a velvety, gentle peach whose all-embracing spirit enriches heart, body, and mind. We're in the Magic Rock shop again. We've fallen into the Magic Rock shop again. Subtly sensual. Peach fuzz is a heartfelt peach hue, bringing a feeling of kindness and tenderness, communicating a message of caring and sharing, community and collaboration. A warm and cozy shade highlighting a desire for togetherness with others, or for enjoying a moment of stillness and the feeling of sanctuary this creates. So last year was the sex toy year. This year is the aftercare year. We're doing aftercare now. We're cuddling. Peach fuzz. Like this, if they're going for a warm hug of a color, why do they name it peach fuzz? It's not. I mean, I don't dislike the color. It's a bit boring, bit plain. If they wanted to go for like warm hug of a color, which I think is what they're going for,
it's because it was definitely picked by white people.
It was picked by white people,
and it's skin color, isn't it?
Hmm?
It's skin color.
That's
why
Yeah.
Subtly sensual.
It's the color of like my hand,
Yeah.
and that's not a good. Nobody likes my hand. It's boring, it's dull, and it is as you said and as Byron Springhill said, it's the controversial crayon color.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this C. It's not as like offensively boring as Masala. I'm gonna give it a C. It's dull, it's boring, it's safe. They wanted to go with a warm hug and failed their own assignment, but they did at least give me one color, so I can't give them an F. What is the Peach Fuzz story of the year for 2024? What happened in 2024? A pivotal year for elections. Lots of elections happened. The idea, okay, in the abstract, Labour Party winning a massive landslide is a warm hug of a story, but not in the way that it actually happened. Early Marshadow, thank you for the raid. Welcome. How you all doing? Thank you for that follow. Hello, new people. We are currently. My name is Captain Eden Jackson. This is the Queer Buccaneer, the gayest, greatest secret having this side of Limsa Laminsa, and I am ranking a tier list of all of the Pantone colors of the year, going from Fuchsia Rose, the current top S rank, all the way to that time they gave us two of the ugliest colors in the world and said that they were both the one color of the year, ungraded. Didn't even give that a fucking thing. Apparently, why is that not there? Why is the U all the way up here? That's you're being silly. Get down from up there. You belong down here, ungraded. So with what we're doing, we're going through, looking at all the colors, ranking them, listening to the pretentious waffle that the Pantone website says about them, and then finding a news story from that year that matches the feeling that the color is. It's been fun. It's been very maddening because every year Pantone completely reformats just the single web page, and it's so bad. I hate it. Welcome in. If you like chaos and nonsense, you belong here. I don't have a raid trailer because I'm too poor to afford an editor, and I hate video editing, so I don't want to make one for myself. So that is the intro that you get. I hope you like it. Enjoy your drink. I just made that U very, very wide, and I did not mean to. Enjoy your can of Slurm. We love a Slurm. So yeah, Peach Fuzz. Peach Fuzz is the latest year that we've just done. Enjoy Slurm and Duff. We've got the two Matt Groenings in a row. So Peach Fuzz we just put in the C tier. Let's find a Peach Fuzz news story, shall we? With this website that is the weirdest chronicling of news stories. It didn't mention COVID until the politician said it was over. It's obsessed with trains and Mars and space. Steamboat Willie enters the public domain. That's actually pretty baller because that is a warm hug news story because it is the first glint of the mouse's empire crumbling. It's going to be a slow process, but Steamboat Willie entering public domain. Yeah, no COVID, but they did mention that one circular transit line in Copenhagen. Clearly, that one was more important. Yeah, the first chink in the armor of the mouse, that might be the warm hug news story. Gemini Ultra, fuck off. Total solar eclipse, boring. Space, boring. Euro 2024, I didn't even remember that happened. And England almost won. Paris Summer Olympic Games, did you remember the Paris Olympics last year? Me neither. Probe flies into the space. Bollocks. Okay, I'm giving this the Steamboat Willie enters public domain because again, Tories kicked out is another big warm hug news story. They did just get replaced by other Tories, so it's there's yeah. I'm gonna read this demo reel. My favorite hype chatter is written a nice hype message that I'm going to read out in a dramatic voice. There's no raid trailer, but do you, random viewer, like wrestling, or do you not like wrestling but want to see silly shit? Every other Saturday, you can come watch Wrestling is Silly, your favorite wrestling set with your favorite characters. Watch Susie Deltarune kick the shit out of actual God, or the grand journey of Cynthia from Pokemon, and many, many more. Every other Saturday. So it won't be this one coming, it'll be the Saturday after. Our world champion is currently Spamton. Spamton defeated Cruella DeVille. Our tag team champions are the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen, but hot on their heels is the brand new teams of Mario and Donkey Kong and Luigi and He-Man. It's all heating up here in Wrestling is Silly. You don't want to miss it. Come by every other Saturday and watch the VODs. 2025. We're nearing the end of our journey, friends, because the 2025 color of the year is Poop from a Butt Brown. I mean, Mocha Moose. It's shitting out your doodoo ass brown. I don't know why. Like, it's not Mocha and it's not Moose. Let's see what they think they were doing. Oh, they don't even have the fucking interview with this one. They don't even have. Stay on trend with Mocha Moose. That is such a foul color combination. Holy boy, look at that. That's rancid. Is that supposed to be like the last 3 years of color? They know that doesn't work. They know that color combination doesn't work. What the balls? A trend-led fashion color with a rich neutrality. Mocha Moose extends our perception of brown. Extends our perception of brown. What a set of words. Crossing from the humble and earthbound to the luxurious and aspirational. Imbued with the sensorial warmth that comes through in soft touch waves, buttery leathers and suedes, cushy velvets, cashmere, angora, and shaggy and furry knits that embrace and envelop, Mocha Moose transports our senses to the pleasurable comfort it invites and inspires. Extends our perception of brown. That is getting pinned. That's perfect. New daily gender. Yes, extending our perception of brown. I'm having that. I'm adding that to the genders. Do I have an add to the gender thing? I think I do. No, I don't. But I will. I was supposed to make that. I forgot to make that. But I will add that to the gender wheel. An extended perception of brown is going to be added to the gender wheel. I can't get over how nasty. Is that AI generated? Because look at that label. Look at that label. I think that might be AI generated. Like, let's open that in a new tab. Fuck off. Like, that to me looks AI. Especially considering when that came out. I'm pretty sure that's AI. It also looks like flesh. It looks like it's peeled skin. It's at least spiritually AI, yeah. But yeah. Do you reckon they tried to find a model with the skin color that matched the Pantone color of the year? Because that must have been some really awkward interviews, especially because everybody on the decision making counter was white. That must have been super awkward. My gender is my favorite kind of monster, so I don't have no gender because I don't like any monster. I don't like any monster either, so that's fair. That's also really fucking ugly. Glossy brown handbag padlock. nasty stuff, whatever it is. But what do we think about Mocha Mousse? Purely in its abstract. The handbag does kind of taste like a Lego. Does look like a Lego. Double gender refusals back to that. You got the harsh no and then the soft no. Demo gifting another sub. We're now at our 10 sub goal. Huzzah! Thank you so much. Oh no, I put my arms up and now I need to do a big stretch. I got caught by a big stretch. Well, I didn't care about the models looking for models without skin tone because they're racist. I mean, fair also. We hit the 10 sub goal. Hell fucking yeah. Now Twitch is going to be like, hey, you're going to put that up to 20, right? And I'm like, no. That's not how this works. If I put it up to 20, it's just going to stay half forever. We stay at 10. That's all I need. 10 subs a month is enough for me to get a Twitch payout every other month because that's how ridiculous Twitch's subscription split is. Like, Jeff Bezos doesn't need that £2.50. He's got enough. But yeah, Mocha Mousse. How do you feel about Mocha Mousse? I don't hate the color. I'm tempted to put it quite high. I know we tend to put the softer color quite low, but this one is something very different. It's mild, but that doesn't mean it's mid. There's an L in there doing a lot of work. Like, it's something very different. I would say B, maybe. Color of the year 2025, Wendy's Frosty. Is that what color a Frosty is? I assumed a Frosty was vanilla. So it was just white. I've never had a Frosty. Never been to a Wendy's. I'm tempted by B. New idea for Twitch. Instead of giving streamers a split, give them 10 times. Get on it, Twitch. Get on it, Twitch. Just like the color of the everything around it. I'm tempted by B tier. I might be convinced to drop down to C tier. I think either bottom of B. I think I'm happy with bottom of B. Now let's see. Let's see what Mars stories happened in what Mars and train stories happened in 2025. No, that's I mean, that is kind of a poop from a butt brown news story. All television is becoming internet based. That's something. That's good news. I don't think that's true, but that's good news. That's also a poop from a butt brown news story. Space. Bridge. He found a new thing to care about. Bridge. We love a bridge. Quantum computing. This guy loves computers. This guy loves tech. Okay, I think our like poop from a butt brown colored news story is probably this one. Triumphant return of bridge. We love bridge. I'm a fan of a bridge. I do enjoy a bridge. So now we come to the 2026 color of the year, white. Which, judging by this being the news story of 2025, I mean, it's a bit on the nose, making it white. Landlord, it's kind of council house white. It's a little bit council house white. You could have said you wanted to inspire hope with your color of the year. You could have tried to do anything daring. But you just gave me F0E FEB Look how close that is to just being white. It's an F tier. Let's see how they justified white. No, I want to know. I don't want to hear. I don't want you to sell me shit. I want to know how you justify this bad boy. The Pantone color of the year, Cloud Dancer, is a key structural color whose versatility provides scaffolding for the color spectrum, allowing all colors to shine. In a world where color has become synonymous with personal expression, this is a shade that can adapt, harmonize, and create contrast, bringing a feeling of airy lightness to all product applications and environments, whether making a standalone statement or combined with other hues. So what they're saying is you do the work for us. We've given you something that will match with any color that you like. You can do the work for us and then we'll take the credit. That's what I'm reading from that.
Yeah.
Is that feels about right? That's not the right color. Mold from leaky roof letting yeah. It's literally they're giving you a blank sheet of paper and they're going, you do it. You just write your favorite color in there and it'll be color of the year. F. They've much like these, they failed the assignment by literally saying that in the most pretentious way, they have said, you do the work. You do it for us. You make this look good. You, in your mind's eye, make a better color combination with that, and I guarantee it'll look good. Like, I could do that. I could fucking type.
I have an argument to make. Right.
Zach has an argument.
I have an argument. Oh my fucking god! You nearly smacked me in the face with that. I have an argument to make that they've tried to pull a sneaky on you, Eden, but they've made the Pantone color of the year 2026 two colors again. They've made it white and your favorite color.
Zach is fucking on it. He's fucking on it. They've tried to pull a sneaky down to you, Tia. God, you're so right. The color of the year is white and your favorite color. What wankery. I'm so mad. You know what my color of the year is? It's this shade of vaguely piss green. It's this shade of green is my color of the year.
Vile.
You know why? Because the color code for this color is badass. And I think we should all embrace badassery into the coming year. The fuck Pantone. Maybe it's brat green. Is it brat green? I don't think it's quite brat green. It might be brat green. I didn't pay enough attention to brat. It's a very big brat. Me when the sausage is larger than expected. It's a different color. It's a different color. Like, color name Faded Brat. Yeah. I should make one of the roles in the Discord server badass colored. Maybe the Buccaneers Bounty tier Kofi members should be, because they are the most badass, because they are giving me stupid amounts of money. And that's pretty badass. So my color of the year is badass. Or possibly boobs. Alternate colors here. We've got boobs. Or 69, 69, 69, which is a boring shade of or 420. Okay, 420, 420 is a really nice shade of dark red, actually. That's a 420, 420 is a really good color. Not the color that 420, 420 should be. But 420, 420 is a really nice color. This is my color of the color of the year for 2026 is 420, 420. And that is going right in S tier. Boom. 42016. Okay, what is 42069? We like proper color nerds could math it out and tell me what it was, but I would then point and laugh at you. 42069 0 is a purple, but 069 420 is a blue.
What about 420
420 069 is another purple. I got the bird flavor and not the hex flavor. Fair. What other funny hex code words are there? What are the funny numbers? 676767 is a boring gray, because anything that's the same number 3 times is gonna be a gray. We've got A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And to that we can add S's for 5s, and maybe T's with 7I75 A55 tits ass. What if 7175 for tits and then A5 tits ass is this nice color? Shout out to Peter for having beef as their main webpage color. Okay. I hate to have to hand it to Peter, but that's pretty funny, and it's not a bad shade of blue for a website. But yeah, this has been fun. We're now just playing with hex colors.
I think it's time to start the Eden color of the year.
Maybe I should start the Eden color of the year. The Eden color of the year for this year is 420, 420. Do I need to give it a Pantone style pretentious?
You gotta put the bump.
Okay. Gotta put the bump into it.
Yeah.
This color, which we are naming A Hopeful Embrace, combines the warmth of a nice hug with a faint glimmer of a better future. There. How did I do?
That was fine. It's a bit short, but you know.
Look, I'm not. I can't off the dome.
I want it.
Give you
on my desk by next week.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Eden color of the year of 2026, Hopeful Embrace, combines the warmth of a pleasant hug with your closest loved ones with the energy to chase and build a better future. It is a color of togetherness, faith, and joy, and adversity, and joy in the face of adversity.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was really pretentious.
Merriment. Something merriment.
He sounded like an asshole.
Sounded like a pretentious asshole. Yeah. Got it. I could do. Okay, I'm gonna do a full clippable line read of it. Bear with. Let me do a full clippable line read with just the color on the screen. All right, let's just get nice and close. So it's the only thing on the screen, and we'll mute the music. Welcome to the Eden Colour of the Year for 2026. This year, we're giving you Hopeful Embrace. This colour combines the warmth of a cuddle with your loved ones with the energy to chase a better future, combining the joy and merriment in the face of adversity with the energy to build that brighter day. How was that?
That was good.
That seemed pretty wanky, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That seemed pretty good. I was going full like Steve Jobs giving a I was going full TED talk there. I'll clip that and thank you. So I think that's going to be the end of the end of the stream. It's been like 2.5 hours of us just yelling about colors, and I've had a great time. I don't know about you. This is about as long as we usually go on the Wednesdays. We do longer on the Monday. We do longer on the.
This is a little bit longer.
For a Wednesday, yeah, for because what we do usually on Wednesday, for the new people, because we've had a couple of really good raids today. For the new people, the Wednesday streams is usually we have a big wheel, and I'll show you the wheel. Let's go over here. Let's go over here so I can show you the wheel. Usually we have a big wheel, which is this wheel, and this wheel is full of fictional companies. As you can see, as it slows down, there's a whole bunch of things like Silphco and Moe's Tavern and Hotel Z. And we spin that wheel, and as you see, today's logo is MomCorp. We then speed run designing a new logo for that fictional company. Usually, it runs us about 2 hours. We do research, we do mood boarding, we do a whole bunch of really cool stuff. It's a really fun. YouTube is on there. It's a really, really fun sort of artistic challenge that we do every week. It is way better because I do it with a crowd. We can bounce ideas off each other. There's a whole bunch of them on YouTube that you can go and watch. We've done Fazbear Entertainment. We've done Lysander Labs. We've done Nook Inc. We've done a whole bunch of really good ones. That's every other Wednesday. This one was just a special one that I wanted to do for the start of the year. So every Wednesday from here on out will be one of those challenge runs. Majima Construction was a really good one from the Yakuza series. Like I said, alternating Saturdays we do Wrestling is Silly. Mondays we're currently playing through Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, as you can see on the specials board behind me. So yeah, if you enjoy this kind of madness, if you've come from Roost Channel, you definitely enjoy a kind of madness that I think is quite present here. So stick around. It's going to be fun. I'm going to raid out now. So let's see who's online, shall we? I'm going to save this tier list so I can post it on the socials, which you can find in the down below. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming and joining me. Rue, thank you for the raid. Ellie, thank you for the raid. Demo, thank you for gifting those subs. I think that's all of the things I need to thank. But yeah, if I don't see you again, thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. Let's go say hello to who should we go and say hello to? I think I thought I just saw somebody playing Sea of Thieves, and I'm not allowed to say no to Sea of Thieves because it's the pirate game. I haven't really played much Sea of Thieves, which is a bit of a crime. But we're gonna go say hello to Repo VT, who is playing Sea of Thieves. So go and say hello. Go be nice. Here is all of the stuff. There's your raid message. Pirate Tavern kicked us out. Now we're here. Join the Discord if you've liked what you've heard from me. If you want to see, if you want to buy the coolest pins that you'll ever see in the world, nerdyqueer.com is the way to do that. We see pronoun pins, pride flag pins. We're currently making an AI hater pin. That's in production now. And yeah. I think that's all I have to say. Discord, raid message, nerdyqueer.com, Buccaneer, book a file wherever the book you are. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I catch you in the next one. But until then, love you, bye.